Hi students, welcome back to the Commerce Achievers channel. So I am your Bairesh. So today I am going to discuss the one of the small unit in advanced accounting, that is investment accounting. See, for BCom 5th sem, this is also one of the very important unit. See, what is investment accounting? Basically, we know the investment nothing but it is a fund where we can invest to earn the money, that is in the form of dividend, interest, etc, etc. So according to accounting standard 13, so investments are assets held by an enterprise for earning income. So earning income, for example, if you have 1 lakh rupees, if you invest somewhere, so definitely your ultimate goal is earning of income on the investment. So that will be called as a investment by way of dividend, that is in the form of dividend, so that is in the form of interest and rentals. For capital appreciation, also if you invest, definitely you will get some return, or for other benefits to investing enterprise. So simply you have to understand here is investment nothing but, so it is a funds or assets to invest somewhere to earn dividend, interest and rentals for capital appreciation. That benefits we will get from investment, so that will be called as a investment. So this is very important for 2 marks. So I think all you people got what is investment. See, next one is nature of investment. See, in the nature or types of investment, there are nature we will classify it into 2 types. One is on the basis of period of holding. Next one on the basis of return. So on basis of return we will sacrifice 2 types. On the basis of holding we will sacrifice 2 types. See, first one is on the basis of period of holding. So first one is current investment, second one is long term investment. So here current investment nothing but it is also called as short term investment. Short term investment which will be hold for less than 1 year. So if you are holding less than 1 year, so your investment will be called as a short term investment or current assets. So this will be showed in the, so if in case if you are selling or buying for higher and lower prices, so it should be treated in the profit and loss account. Difference between the high and low we will be treated as the loss or income, that will be treated in the profit and loss account. So here long term investment, so usually long term investment nothing but we will show in the balance sheet. So it will be held for more than 1 year, more than 1 year, that should be called as a long term investment. Next one on the basis of return. So we will sacrifice 2 types. One is variable earning securities, second one is fixed earning securities. Variable earning securities nothing but, so it's depending upon the shares, that is equity shares, so that is preference shares. So on the equity shares or preference shares we will be called as a variable earning securities. So based upon the income we will decide the returns, so that will be called as a variable earning securities. Second one is fixed earning securities. Fixed earning securities nothing but it is the basically known as debenture interest. Debenture interest, that should be called as a fixed earning. It is fixed for certain period, it will not change day by day. So in case of variable earning securities it will change day by day, but in case of fixed earning securities it will not change day by day. So and it will be similar to the long term investment. So variable earning securities nothing but it will be usually invested by the speculators. Here fixed earning securities will be invested by the investors, so variable earning securities will be invested by the speculators. This is very important concept for 2 marks. They will ask for 2 marks. What are the types of investment? Another you have to mention on the basis of period of holding, on the basis of return. So on the basis of period of holding we will be sacrifice 2 types. One is current investment, second one is long term investment. So on the base of return, we will sacrifice two types. One is variable earning securities, second one is fixed earning securities. I think these concepts also you will get what is investment and what are the types of investment. Next one we will see the cum interest price and X interest price. So this is very important for 2 marks. What is cum interest price and what is X interest price? See, if in case of cum interest price, it will be called as a including interest. Just I am giving the key point, including interest. If they will be mentioned in the problem cum interest, you have to deduct the interest first. First you have to calculate the interest, after that you have to deduct the interest. That should be called as a cum interest. So and also called as this will be called as a seller's interest. Seller's interest. So you have to know that first one is cum interest price, nothing but it is also called as including interest and seller interest. So here they give the main meaning. See, an investment transaction is said to be carried out at cum interest price when securities are purchased on any date other than the date of declaration interest. So and it is agreed that the buyer holds the right to receive the interest income for the full period. For example, so in the problem they mentioned cum interest. So cum interest and we will be called it as a CIP, cum interest price. See, cum interest price they have to given in the problem. So first you have to deduct the interest. Why? Because already told that. So it is the including interest. We need to deduct the interest. If you need to deduct the interest, you will get the X interest price. X interest, simple example. See, thus the seller charges the price which includes the normal price of securities plus interest. See, I already told plus interest. See, in the cum interest price, interest is also included. But in case of X interest price, interest is not included. We need not to deduct the interest. But in case of cum interest, we need to deduct the interest. The interest for the period which was holding the securities. So here we will consider two dates. One is date of last payment of interest. Last payment of interest. Second one is date of purchase. Date of purchase. So we will consider two dates and we will be calculate the cum interest price. See, one is if you calculated the cum interest price, you must and should deduct interest. So after that you will get the X interest price. So that should be called as a cum interest price. Next one is X interest price. See, simply X interest price nothing but it is not includable interest price. Not includable interest price. And it is also called as buyer's interest price or buyer's interest. See, cum interest is seller's interest, X interest is buyer's interest. See, an investment transaction is said to be carried out at X interest price when securities are purchased on any date other than the date of declaration of interest and seller hold to receive the interest income for the full period. So here seller will receive the full income by the buyer. That should be called as a X interest price. So cum interest and X interest both are similar but not same. Just one difference is, simple difference is, here in cum interest the interest also included in the problem. But in case of X interest, included is not included. Interest is not included. See, thus the seller charges the price which is less than the normal price. See, here less than the normal price. In case of cum interest price, includes in the normal price. Cum interest also includes in the normal price. But in case of X interest, it is less than the normal price. No need to deduct the interest. That is the real price of the securities minus the interest for period for which was not holding the securities from the date of sale to the date of declaration of next interest. So we will consider two dates. One is date of last interest paid. Second one is Next one is date of declaration of next interest. So when they will declare the interest, that 2 dates we will consider in the X interest price. Simply they will ask for 2 marks. What is cum interest price and what is X interest price? These two concepts are very important for 2 marks. I think you people got this. One is cum interest price, second one is X interest price. Now we will see the one problem on the basis of cum interest price. If in case in the exam they will not mention in the question whether that is cum interest, whether that is X interest. So you have to think that the question is given on the basis of X interest price. If in case directly they mention the cum interest, you have to do cum interest method. So you have to do cum interest method means you have to deduct the interest. If in case in the question is silent, so you have to think that they given on the basis of X interest. So that is very important. See, we will see one question and you will come to know what is cum interest and what is X interest. See the question. Mr. X purchased rupees 80,000 9% government loan at rupees 96. So here they did not mention anything. Whether, see, just they given the 96. So 96. So in the bracket they mentioned the cum interest. So on 1/3/2013 they mentioned in the question. So this is very important while calculating the interest. So stamp duty they given 3%, taxes they given 1%, commission they given 2%, legal charges rupees 80 directly they charged. If in case they given, first we are calculating purchase we are calculating. If they are given on the basis of purchase, we need to add all the expenditure. Stamp duty also we need to add, taxes also we need to add, commission also we need to add, sales legal charges also we need to add. If in case problem is given on the basis of sales, we no need to add these expenses, just we will deduct. Vice versa, in purchases we will add, because in purchases we need to calculate the cost. In sales we need to calculate the selling proceeds. That is very important. See next, date of interest 31st March and 30th September. So 2 dates is given. So they were paying the 2 dates. One is interest 31st March and second one is 31st September. So while calculating interest, these 2 dates, nothing but yearly they were paying 2 times the interest. Calculate the cost of purchase and pass journal entries. So journal entries also we need to pass here. So first we need to calculate the interest. See, problem is given on the basis of cum interest. So you have to keep in mind. See, first step, calculation of interest. See, interest, we need to consider 3 dates here. First we need to calculate the interest. If we need to calculate the interest, first we have to mention dates. See, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So here 3 dates we need to consider. First one is, see, purchasing date 1/3/2013. So 1/3/2013 nothing but they purchased the debentures on the date of in the month of March, and 2 dates we need to consider. One is 31st March and second one is 30th September. See, in 2 dates, 30th March, see, for purchase I given the right click, and the payment of interest I mentioned the round box type symbol. See, in September also they were paid the interest. So here we need to take date of last interest paid, last interest paid, and date of last interest paid and date of purchase, date of purchase. See, two dates. So March we will consider. So in the month of March also they paid the interest, and in month of March they also purchased the debentures. So last of date of last interest paid we need to consider here. So here, so how many months we will get up to the month of purchase? So first one is October 1, November 2, December 3, and January 4, February 5. 5 months interest we need to calculate here. Why? Because so we need to consider two dates. One is date of last interest paid, second one is date of purchase. Date of last interest paid September, date of purchase March. So from October to we need to consider February. That is, we need to consider like this. So already they mentioned the date. So in the month of March 2013 they mentioned. So nothing but here we should take 1st October to, because this is the October month, from October 1st October to 31st, sorry, in February it will not come 31st, 28 February, 2 dates. One is 31st, one is 1st October to 28 February. 5 months you will get. So on what basis we will calculate the interest? We will calculate on the cost price, total 80,000. So 80,000 into they given the interest rate 9%. See, into 9% into 5 by 12. Why this 5 by 12? Nothing but we need to consider 5 months of interest. So you will get 3,000. So this is the interest calculation. That is now step number 1, calculation of interest. So calculation of interest we will consider two dates. One is date of last interest paid and date of purchase. See, if you consider the both dates you will get September. So after the September we need to calculate the interest. So that is 3,000. Next we need to calculate cost. So because this is the purchase, so purchase nothing but we need to calculate the cost. If you need to calculate the cost, so as usual you will get two columns. So one is particulars column, second one is amount column. See, in particulars column, so already they given the purchase price. So this purchase price we will not consider. So they given the market price 96, but the cost price is, we need to assume that 100 rupees is the cost price. So if 100 rupees is cost price, so that 80,000 is belongs to cost 100. So here purchase price. See, purchase price. So purchase price nothing but 80,000. This 80,000 divided by 100. Sir, where we will get this 100? So this 100 we will get in the according to on the base of standard is 100 rupees cost. So into 96 market price. See, 96 is given in the question itself. So 96 you will get nothing but you will get 76,800 rupees you will get. So and also they given on the method of cum interest. So if they given cum interest method, we need to deduct the interest. Less interest is 3,000. So if in case they given on the x interest, we no need to deduct the interest, but here we need to deduct the interest. So if you deduct the interest from cum interest, you will arrive at x interest price. So that is 76,800 minus 3,000. So you will derive at 73,800. So this is the case. Next, we need to add stamp duty. stamp duty. So stamp duty we need to take on X interest price. So stamp duty is given 3%, right? 3% stamp duty is given 73,800 into 3%. So you will get 2,214 rupees. So next they given this taxes. See, taxes they given in the question. Taxes is given 1%. So taxes will be calculated on the X interest rate 73,800 into 1%. So you will get 738. Next you need to calculate the commission. Usually commission is calculated on the cum interest price. Stamp duty, taxes, legal charges, everything is calculated on X interest price, but only commission is calculated on cum interest price, because overall purchases we need to pay the commission. So commission is 2%. See, 2%. So 76,800 into 2%, you will get 1,536. You will arrive at 1,536. Next we need to take legal charges. Legal charges directly they given in the question. Legal charges. So legal charges is 80. They given directly in the question. So if you add all these to the X interest is 73,800 plus stamp duty plus taxes plus commission plus legal charges, you will arrive at the total cost of the debentures. Total cost you will arrive at the 78,368. This is the total cost you will arrive. I think, are you got that? Calculation of interest and calculation of cost. So total cost is 78,368 and interest is 3,000. Next one, we need to pass the journal entries. See, we need to pass the, so as usual we need to pass journal entries in the books of purchaser. The books of purchaser. See, so as usual you know the columns. So one is serial column, second one is particulars column, third one ledger folio, fourth one is debit and credit column. See, first serial number 1. First we need to calculate the cost, that is purchase. See, for this price we purchase the debentures. See, first one is investment account debtor to bank account. So being investment purchased. See, on what price we purchased? 78,000. See, we already calculated in second step. 78,368. 78,368. See, as usual second journal entry. So for interest also we need to pay one journal entry. So interest is 3,000. So that is interest account debtor to bank account. See, this is investment, don't get confused. First one is investment account debtor to bank account. Second one is interest account debtor to bank account. Being interest paid. So how much interest we calculated? We calculate 3,000 of interest. 3,000 of interest. This is your journal entries. So if you pass the journal entries, first you need to calculate the interest, second one you need to calculate the cost, third one is you need to pass the journal entries. First journal entry is investment account debtor to bank account, second one is interest account debtor to bank account. So you know how we will take this. See, this is the first problem on the purchase, on the basis of purchases. So given on the basis of cum interest price. This is first problem. Let's see we need to see one sales problem also. See, so here Mr. X sold rupees 5 lakhs 12% debentures of rupees 100 at rupees 99. So here cost price is 100 rupees, but the market price is 99. And what they purchased in 1/2/2013, and this date they purchased. See, they and brokerage also they have to pay. See, in previous problem they given on the base of purchases, but here sales. If this given on the base of sales, we need to deduct the expenses. So date of interest paid and two dates. One is 30th June, second one is 31st December. Two dates. So calculate sale proceeds and generalize. So here they given on the base of sales. That's why they asked in the question, calculate sale proceeds. Calculate sale proceeds. So we need to calculate the sales proceeds here. So we will see how on what basis we will calculate. See, in the question they did not mention anything, whether it is cum interest or whether it is X interest. So if anything is not mentioned in the problem, so that is given on the basis of X interest price. So here we need to calculate X interest price. So in previous problem we need to calculate the cum interest price. So that is the difference. See, first step is calculation of interest. Calculation of interest. So you need to mention the note because we need to calculate the interest. See, first we need to mention the months. See, after that first we need to see the purchase month. They purchased in the month of February 1/2/2013. See, and they also paid the interest. Interest on two dates. One is 30th June, second one is 31st December. 31st December. So here we need to calculate 2 months. See, first we need to calculate the interest. See, in the February they purchased. So two interest dates we need to consider. One is June, second one is December. See, if you take last month in the June, it will not take into purchase. That's why we are considering the December as the last interest paid. So if you take last interest paid as December, you will get only January. That is 1 month of interest calculation. As usual, February, in the month of February, see, they purchase the debenture. No need to take February. So in the month of January only we should take. See, so if you calculated calculation of interest, only 1 month you will get. See, one, that is date of last interest paid. Last interest paid and date of purchase. Date of purchase. See, they purchased on February and paid interest on June and December. Only you will get one date. That is 1 January to 31st January. Only 1 month you will get. So that is, we will calculate it on the base of total cost. On the base total cost nothing but here 5 lakhs is given in the question. So 5 lakhs into, so they given the percentage 12%. So 12% into 1/12. Why this 1/12? Only 1 month you will get. This 12 is total 12 months we have. So you will get 5 lakhs into 12% into 1/12. You will get 5,000. 5,000 you will get as a interest. That is step number 1. Next we need to calculate step number 2. So in previous problem, in step number 2 we calculated the calculation of cost, but here on they given on the base of sales. So if they given on the base of sales, we need to calculate the sale proceeds. Sale proceeds. See, they given the total sale proceeds. Total sale proceeds. As usual, 2 columns you will get. One is particulars, amount column. Total sale proceeds. See, total sale proceeds is they given. See, as usual, 5 lakhs divided by 100 into 99. 5 lakhs. So we need to consider cost. 5 lakhs divided by 100 into 99. So you will get, or you will arrive at 4,95,000. So 1 rupees is decreased here. So you will get 4,95,000. Next, less. So here no need to deduct the interest because they given on the base of x interest price. So in the problem they did not mention anything. So if like that give the question, we need not to deduct the interest. In previous problem we deducted the interest because they given on the base of cum interest. Here we no need to deduct the interest. So directly they deducted the interest. See, less brokerage. Why we deducted the brokerage? It is given on the base of sales. So in the previous problem we added all the expenses, but here we deduct the expenses. So 4,95,000 into 2%. So you will arrive at 9,900. So if you deduct this, you will arrive at the total sale proceeds or sale proceeds. So 4,95,000 minus 9,900, you will get 4,85,100. I think you know what is the interest calculation and what is the calculation of sale proceeds. Next, this is step number 3, journal entries. Journal entries. So as usual, serial column number, particulars column, next ledger folio, debit to credit. See, in serial column, first one is, see, in previous problem they given on purchases, but in this problem they given the sales. So in previous problem, see, first one is investment account data to bank account. So in case of sales it is vice versa. So that is bank account data to investment account. So it will get ulta. So in previous problem that is given on the base of purchases. So that's why we consider investment account data to bank account. But this is sales. So that's why we need to calculate ulta. Bank, because if you sell you will get cash, right? That's why bank account data to investment account being investment sold. So on what price you sold? You sold at 4,85,100. 4,85,100. For 100 you sold it. Next, so you paid interest also, right? 5,000. So for interest also we need to, you received the interest actually. In purchases you are paying the interest, but in sales you are receiving the interest. So that is bank account data to interest account. So 5,000 debit and 5,000 credit. So being interest is received on sales. So this is very important concept in case of journal entry. So 3 steps. One is calculation of interest. First one is calculation of interest. Second one is calculation of sale proceeds. Third one is pass the journal entries. So 2 journal entries only we need to pass here. One is bank account data to investment account. Second one is bank account data to interest account. This is the case of cum and x interest. I think you people are got it. If you got it, please share to your friends also. This is small service from my side. Thank you for the session.